Hello and welcome to Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. We're playing through our early access alpha version, and in this video we are going to review Yrliet Lanaevyss, if that's how I can pronounce her Aeldari name. That's right, based off the decisions you make, you could potentially fight alongside an Aeldari agent. So, the way these videos work, we're going to start with the weapons overview, then talk about characteristics and skills, then look at her progression, and then take a quick look at her biography. So Yrliet, if I'm pronouncing that right, starts off with one weapon, an Aeldari long rifle, 14 to 19 damage, 4 penetration, 18 range, ignores 20% of target's dodge. Pretty good weapon if we compare it to the sniper rifle, 14 to 18, 3 penetration, only 15 range. So very similar, but extended range. That 20% of target's dodge is huge. It's slightly better penetration and damage. So that is her weapon. Let's take a look at her her characteristics. In general, I was actually very surprised not to see higher ballistics rating. So we have low weapon skill at 35, okay ballistic skill. I was expecting this to be a little bit higher. Lower strength, lower toughness, but as expected, Aeldari tend to be very agile in general, so they have high agility, high dodge. Um, okay intelligence, also surprised this was this low. Perception is okay at 40. And again, when I say okay, I'm comparing to base characteristics and stats of other um, members we have in our retinue. So it's all a comparison. Low willpower, low fellowship. So following characteristics, which skills are based on, you can see here, based off her high agility, she does have very high demolition, which is nice, one of the higher ones. She does have high Medicae, despite her intelligence, which is also good, which we'll see why later. Um, and okay awareness. Her lore is actually okay in Xenos and Imperium at 45. I was expecting it a little higher, but her tech use is relatively high compared to other characters. Obviously not as high as Pascal's at 90, but still pretty good in general. If you're not running with Pascal, she can kind of double as a weaker tech user. Let's take a look at her features. Really, a lot of these are based off her being an adept, so she'll be linked to assassin and strategist as an adept, whereas she is linked to being able to progress as an assassin or strategist based off some of the earlier decisions and her background specifically. So she has all the adept's moves. There are a few things that are slightly different. Aeldari are supernaturally agile and can advance their agility, perception, and awareness skills regardless of selected class. Aeldari also have 15% higher dodge chance. So off the bat, she is high dodge, so we can use her as almost an evasion tank in many circumstances. Nowhere to hide, the Aeldari ignores 50% of cover protection when attacking studied enemies. Oh wait, I think that's actually part of the Adept ability. I could be wrong. Maybe not. Maybe that's linked to being... No, I think that's linked to being an adept. Progression. As I mentioned, she can become a strategist. If we look at strategist, we have all of the opportunities to build out the stratagems. I will say for me, I'm running 2 strategists, so I'm personally, at least through my main playthrough here, going to assign her as assassin, where she'll be able to select the ability extermination mark. And whenever the assassin attacks the mark target, they trigger the mark 10 times the assassin's perception bonus. So in this case, 4. Where did it go? Yep. Bonus damage, then the mark disappears. So we can definitely burn down enemies that have those high valued health or high level health and armor, which is really, really helpful. One of the nice things is we're able to progress her to catch up to the rest of our characters. We're kind of averaging 18. And so picking her up a little later in the game, I'm not going to tell you where we're picking her up, just to save some mystery. If you want to know, you can watch my playthrough series that I'm posting, and I don't like, I like keeping surprises. Alright, so looking at characteristics here, I'm going to upgrade her ballistics. And then here we have lots of different options. I'll kind of hover over them if you want to slowly pause and see them. Some of these are locked out. Like bolt weapon expert is dependent on other options. So if we wanted bolt weapon expert, we're gonna have to have bolter weapon proficiency. So that's why some of these are X'd out. It's not that she can't get them, we just have to get these earlier progression. Now for me, I mentioned evasion tank. The lone wolf, the assassin gains plus 10 plus 2 times assassin's agility bonus. So that's 10 plus 10, which is 20% to dodge, plus the base 15. That's 35% dodge when there are no allies in a radius of 4 cells. 35% base dodge is pretty high. So I'm going to create get her out as kind of a lone wolf uh, evasion tank assassin, where we'll send her out to kind of flank or go out to the sides shooting her weapons. One thing to note here, in her kind of kit, she can carry medikits, so make sure you throw a medikit on her too. When you look at her base Aeldari Ranger armor, she does have a Aeldari Ranger armor, which provides +1 defection against ranged weapons, and she also comes with a frag grenade. Other than that, she's pretty sparse, so it's really up to you to kit her out as you see fit. I personally like throwing like a last pistol on her and another weapon. I don't want to ruin any surprises, but let's just say there are other Aeldari weapons or Xeno weapons that you can use later game. So she will be well fit and well kitted out by the end of your adventures with her for sure. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please drop a thumbs up and comment. Your support means everything to me. I'm really enjoying this early access playthrough. Again, there will be spoilers, but if you want to get a better sense of the gameplay, just where the game's going, it's very ambitious and so far very well done. Knock on wood, limited bugs so far. You can check out my Lord Pirate Criminal Rogue Trader playthrough. That will provide a lot more detail onto the game, but it will include spoilers. So if you're just looking to gain a sense for some of the characters, their abilities, to start thinking about your build when beta comes, I don't have any information on that. When I do, I'll be sure to post something if I can. But with that in mind, thanks for watching and hope to see you in future videos. Shadow Coast out.